Making sure you can see me. Oh my god, I just flipped cards everywhere, Scorpio. What the fuck? Oh, there's a bundle. So much for not swearing within the first 8 seconds of a YouTube video. Okay. Okay. That was unnecessary. Obviously, you clicked on this reading because there's something you like about it. Or it's just your sign. These cards were just going everywhere. Like, even before the reading. So I'm like, okay, I really think these little cards want to talk. So let's see. What do they got to say for Scorpio energy today, February 19th? Let's do this. Oh. See how that card landed? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to grab some of these because this is definitely not the reading, this lovey-dovey reading. This is something else. So we got date, axe, love, paradise, mirror, and then camera and chaser. So what I feel like was somebody stopped love from getting to somebody. And I think why they did this, not only because they are an idiot, but, fall down here. Yeah, they were sad and fighting. They were in a very fighty energy. And because they were so feisty, they took love away from you. Like, I think that there was people out there that you really could have got along with. You really could have seen something through. And this person said no. That your paradise was to mirror them. And this clearly, they all built from the past. Okay? They, their perception was all about you and the past. So all they wanted to do was to stop you from falling in love. That's what they wanted to do. This person was sad. And that's no excuse. That is absolutely no excuse to keep somebody out of love. Why did they keep this person out of love? Ooh. Okay. So from what I can see is this person that wanted to keep you out of love, keep you chasing. It's almost like they made you chase. I think they fucked you over so bad that they're the ones that forced you to open up your wounds to see really what the problem was. Because you needed to find, I think you needed to find this out. Somebody kept you in such an awful energy by saying that, I think saying that your wounds didn't reflect what you said they did. So, and that's the thing. I just watched this Scottish mini series, and this little boy loses his best friend, and he starts picking at his scabs. And the parents are like, okay, well, he doesn't know his emotions. He doesn't know how to deal with this death. So they have to get him a shrink and everything, and it ends up working, right? A lot of children who go through something, a therapist will ask them to draw. And then they'll start to kind of analyze what the child is drawing, right? To get a picture or a view of what's in this child's mind, right? So what this child ended up drawing was everything about his dead friend. So they knew that why this little boy was hurting himself was because he had no idea about death. He didn't know how to process death. So the way that I see this is, I feel like this person, okay, said that your wounds didn't reflect what happened to you, that it was other things, okay? It was you wanting to fight. It was you were sad, but that was them. They put those things onto you, okay? Because they were drowning in a disease, and they wanted to blame somebody for it. So usually what ends up happening is the child gets blamed for all of the parents' mistakes. Just makes parents feel better that they can blame a vulnerable being as opposed to taking responsibility, because once they know they have to take responsibility, then in comes, well, am I going to get arrested? Am I going to go to jail? I don't want to go to jail. I'll never last in jail. It's like people are so easy to do the crime, but they'll never do the time, right? They become cowards, and then they'll blame it on somebody else, right? This person's time is up, okay? Because what they're dying in, they need to die in now. They cannot push this disease onto you, right? And this is the truth. Their clock is up, okay? And there's your Ace of Cups. So yes, you get your Ace of Cups back. Which means, man, if you've been single for a while, and especially if relationships have been like a 2-month, 3-month, under a year kind of cycles, right? Not very long dating somebody. And if there was a lengthy time of dating somebody, there were a lot of on and off breakups in that relationship, right? Because this person was keeping you from having somebody truly adore and love you, right? So it keeps you on edge. It keeps you in trauma, right? And then you end up fighting with them. You end up taking characteristics on of this person who said that you didn't deserve it to begin with. They said that they deserved it, that you were, that you were lying, and the disease that they were dying in was you. And I mean, the way that I see this is a parent 100% putting everything onto their child and making their child at fault and not allowing them, because I think the thing is if had you have really fallen in love with somebody and passed that line and got married and stuff, then you might not have got to the root of the scars that you had and have. Right? It's almost like this person taught you how to process your past. Because when somebody calls you a liar, right, and says something that you're saying is not true, when that truth now defines you because it's been the one thing that's been hidden from you this whole time, that truth, okay, not a lot of people can come to that truth. And if somebody goes head to head with you on that truth, it's like you might just smash them to pieces, because now you've realized where those scars truly come from, right? And that this person kept you in this obscene way of thinking, and that kept you estranged from people who could have been in love with you, right? It's following in a parent's footsteps, and clearly this parent is not with the person that they're supposed to be with, or they never would have put such a curse on their child. Okay, so now, okay, I was like, now that you're, I guess, out of the box, just wanted to flip that before I even got the question out. So now that you're out of the box, now what's going to happen? Like, obviously this Ace of Cups comes in, and look at that. There's your man or woman. Right? It's just going to pick up one energy, but I feel like you're going to end up meeting somebody now because of this. Third party fear shattered. Yeah, look at this. Oh, that's amazing. This third party, okay, interference in your life, okay, that was just basically putting fear in front of you at all times, is now shattered. Dun, 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 dun. So this old way of thinking now can go. Trapped in this box, and then this cup comes through. Like, it would not surprise me if you end up meeting somebody between, I would say, like, it takes a little bit for energy to shift, right? So now that we've set this paradigm straight, right, it could take 30 to 90 days to become active in your life, right? It doesn't, unfortunately, dimensions don't work that quickly as it does where, like, if you pass a test and get your driver's license that day, it's not as fast as that, right? So this would have had to almost been like brought into like almost like a court system in some dimension to reveal this disease in your life that's stopping you, okay, from able to being happy and moved on with somebody, right? Because they're trying to say that you aren't who you are, that what you had to fight off and what you went through was a lie, right? And this person's an idiot, because that's the thing. And like, actually, that's another thing that I heard on a show, was a doctor describe how much pain isn't visible on a scale of 1 to 10 through a machine, right? Like people, that's the thing, is pain is kind of one of those things. I don't really know what I'm saying, but it's nobody knows how much pain somebody else is in, right? And somebody's pain isn't the same as somebody else's because of their tolerance. And you put a wimp beside somebody who's had 3 fucking childbirths with no meds, like, I mean, it's going to be very different, right? Because people who have been through pain their whole life tend to, sometimes we don't even feel it anymore because it's an everyday. You don't know how to live without pain, right? And like, I had massive migraines my whole life, and my nose used to just randomly bleed all the time. And my family doctor who delivered me, my parents kind of corrupted, and anything that I ever told my doctor, he never took seriously, which is 100% completely against the law. Like, if I had money and I knew he was still alive, I would sue him. Because, this one time, like, my dad told my doctor I was suicidal. And my doctor almost had me committed. Like, that's not what I said to my dad. At all. I was not suicidal at all. It was depression pills that were making me feel depressed. So I stopped taking them. My parents manipulated my doctor so much that these migraines that I had my whole life, which were just covered up with pills, I ended up finding out it's because my spine was crooked in 3 places. So I have scoliosis in my spine 3 places. No wonder I had migraines, right? The pressure of my spine, it still does. It puts massive pressure on my head because it's not straight. Right? So they just said, oh, she's got migraines and it's because she smokes cigarettes and she doesn't drink enough water. And it was always my fault. How can you blame a 14-year-old for having migraines? How can you blame a child for what's coming through them when we don't even know what's happening? But so many parents, if they're vindictive, okay, and they're playing little fucking mind games in their head, they're going to put that on their kid, and they're going to be like, my kid's playing mind games, my kid's trying to fuck with me, when really that parent is fucking with everybody else, and they're trying to get a taste of their own medicine. And then it's like paranoia, right? It's like when somebody's done bad things, you can see the paranoia come through them because it starts coming out through other people, and then they start getting tricked out and all flipped out, and you're like, yeah, no doubt, what the fuck did you do? Like, what did you do? Right? Because paranoia is one of those things to let you know that things are real, that like life is threatening, that you could fucking die, that somebody could come and hurt you. Like, paranoia is there for a reason, right? It's an active guide in anybody's body. But if you've done bad and you've corrupted children and you've lied, right, then that paranoia is all coming back around you because of all the lies that people have told. Right? It's like what goes around comes around, and they could just be still replaying this one thing where you lied about having a headache or you lied about your leg hurting or something, and they're reusing that. Well, she lied this one time. Well, he lied this one time. Yeah, okay, everybody lies. Okay, maybe I just wanted to stay home from fucking school that day because I was getting bullied. You know, maybe somebody lied because they didn't want to see somebody the next day. Maybe they were molested and then fucking they don't know how to deal with it. Like why do children lie? That's another thing, because every child will learn from an adult how to do things, right? So if your child's lying, then your child most likely learned from another parent, another adult. They learned from somebody in authority above them how to do things, right? So this child who knows where their wounds stem from, a parent is trying to say no. And by that parent saying no, it has stopped this person from being able to progress in their life as an adult by always treating them like a child. Because they don't believe that their wounds are where they come from. They believe this person is lying. So, no wonder the world has to step in and take this person out, because it's a third-party interference that no longer needs to be there. This person's trying to say that they are sheltering you, they're trying to help you, but really they're just trying to block you, so then they gain something on it over you being single and sad. I mean, really, I don't even think you are sad. I just think I think you maybe think that it's your fault, that there's something that you do that makes these people walk away from you, but it's not. It's from what somebody else is doing. Somebody else might as well be hunting them down in their fucking dreams and killing them while they're trying to sleep beside you. Wow. Scorpio, hope it helps.